Well, welcome back. MTSU has teamed up with Local On2 for our MTSU On2 series, and the family that goes to school together, of course, this one anyway, is graduating together. At least that's the case here. Dynamic mother-daughter duo Molly and her mom Tammy are graduating from MTSU tomorrow. Congratulations, ladies. Welcome in.
Thank you.
This is so special.
Yes, it is.
Tell us what led you to MTSU. We'll start there.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. So I grew up in the Murfreesboro area, and even though I was from the area, it wasn't until that I went on my campus tour that I really visited campus. I went for the graduations, the local, and then the sports things at Murphy Center, but it wasn't until my campus tour that I truly fell in love with MTSU. It was kind of my tour guide who helped make that decision for me.
That's interesting because you actually did online school though.
I did, yes. I started out taking my gen eds in person, and then COVID hit. So that led me to take online classes, and by the time I was done with those, it was time for my core classes, which were already online. But it did give me the time to be able to get involved on campus a little bit more than the average student.
That's awesome. Well, when you have a great school right there in your hometown, it only makes sense. Mom, what made you decide to go back?
Well, I'm from Rutherford County, and of course watching Molly, her love for school and education, she started that in kindergarten and has always wanted to be involved, heavily involved. And then with her being at home during COVID and that sort of thing, I seen her doing, and she would ask me questions and that sort of thing. And she's like, Mom, why don't you just go? And so she guided me and two of my team members that work with me, she guided all of us to get enrolled and do all the things that really were small but scared me to death. So most parents fill out their child's FAFSA. She done mine. I've never done it myself. So she's done all of that.
Isn't that amazing when we can learn from our children?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I know it feels good to probably be like, hey, I'm teaching Mom something here. Well, I know it had been a while since you guys had been in classes. What was that experience like?
For me, I told Molly from the beginning, if I have to have math, I'm out. So I did. I had to have math. In fact, the first semester I had algebra and stats and at the same time. And it was a nervous breakdown about to happen. But when I made it through that, I knew that I could do it. And so being my age and not having math since like 9th grade,
Right.
it was a big undertaking, and but it made me stronger. So
Yeah, how inspiring.
Yes.
I'm sure that made you really happy also.
Oh, absolutely, because I took stats myself the first semester of college, and I took it in high school too, and I was like, this is a lot. It's not your traditional math, anything like that. But just seeing, because I knew how hard it was for myself, I was like, seeing her on it, she made it look very easy.
Awesome.
She always has, but yeah, definitely proud of her for that.
Now, did you guys study together much, or?
We did when because I got my undergrad in what she did. She helped me a lot through mine, and I was able to kind of be that for her too. But we, even just working on homework at the same time together, kind of helped us stay motivated.
It's so cute. Let's talk about what you guys studied. This is your master's degree.
Yes, so I'm getting my master's in higher education. So I loved MTSU so much as an undergraduate student that I just didn't want to leave. So I was like, let me major in something that'll let me work here full time. And so I'm able to do that now. I work full time on campus. So it's just really great to kind of come full circle since I've always been so involved.
Share with us your journey, Mom.
I have 30 years with the state of Tennessee in the Division of TennCare. So that 30 years was in healthcare administration. And so with MTSU, I was able to benefit from the prior learning assessment and was able to get 22 credit hours. So that helped me be able to get my degree in 3 years. And I went full-time while
worked,
working
yep.
full-time. So,
Wow,
yeah.
that's wonderful. So for those at home that may not be the traditional learner, what kind of advice would you all have for them?
Just do it. I was actually in a hardware store last week and overheard a lady talking about to another coworker that she wished she could find a way to go to college at her age and find the money to do that. And I just spoke up and said, you can. I'm pretty much accomplished this debt-free.
Oh, that's great.
Just with being a state employee and then also the Tennessee Reconnect. So I would just encourage anybody to do the same. There's options out there, and it's never too late, obviously.
What about you? I mean, this has got to be so inspirational to share your story of your mother as
Yeah.
well. And now you have your master's.
Yes, absolutely. I told her early on, I said, you're not going to be the only one that is a non-traditional learner. We have at MTSU a large population of non-traditional students, and there's individuals on campus who their main goal is to focus on students like that. And so just to not be afraid of the unknown, and you're going to grow through uncomfortableness. So that's what she's done.
Last question, real quick. How are we celebrating?
So tomorrow we're going to lunch with some friends after graduation, but then we actually we have a planned trip. We're going with us and then one of my other friends and his mom.
Fun.
We're going to New England.
Amazing.
Yes.
That'll be great. Well, congratulations
Thank
to
you
you.
so
Thank you for
much.
sharing your story. You guys can learn more about student success. Visit university-college.mtsu.edu.